your #1 source for news and information at the 57th YMCA Model Legislature in court. YWitness News with Alex Barha, KYNG TV, Sacramento.
Good evening, Sacramento. I'm Alex Sparhawk here with YWitness News, the news channel made especially for you. Welcome to Sacramento, delegates, and thank you for tuning in. Today was VIP Day, and you might have noticed some familiar faces. These very important people have toured their way around the state's capital, and we have a special edition interview with Assemblyman Dario Fromer.
This is Christina Davis reporting from YWitness News. I'm currently at the VIP luncheon where we are celebrating and recognizing those who have contributed to the Youth in Government program. We are also encouraging others to support the program in the future by showing them the different aspects of the program. Guest speakers Dario Fromer and Greg Lucas were present to lead the event.
It's a great program, and I've really enjoyed coming back, seeing the delegates this year. Just amazing. The quality of the debate, the type of questions they ask, the preparation they do. I'm really impressed. I think this program gets better all the time.
What's the purpose of the VIP luncheon?
The VIP luncheon is a chance for us to take people from different Ys and corporate sponsors and folks and show them why we think this is such a great program. We take them on tours, they meet the delegates, they see the program in action, they're going to go to the forums, they're going to go to the Senate, the Assembly, the court, and it really makes a lot of these people believers and supporters of the program. If they don't know much about the program, we're trying to say, we need your help on this, or we want to start a program like this at your Y. Once they come up here and see this, a lot of them say to us, oh, this is a great program, we want to be helpful, we want to be involved, we want to be supportive.
So VIP members mostly consist of community members, Y executives, and Congress people such as yourself?
Some are community members, some are Y execs, some are business people, lawyers, others who we're asking to help in various ways support the program. So it's a wide variety of people.
It was definitely a privilege for me to be able to interview Dario Fromer 2 years in a row, and hopefully he'll be back at the VIP luncheon next year as well. That's all we've got today. Back to you in the studio, Alex.
On further news from today, our second joint session, presided by Honorable Trevor Bassett, went off with a huge success. Although it might have seemed quite early, we had a special speaker, Dario Fromer, the 33rd Youth Governor and last year's MC at the VIP luncheon. Also, we heard from governor candidates' speeches. Remember to stay tuned for governor debates Saturday at noon. Remember, delegates, to make sure to follow the code of conduct. Let's not risk the chance of being sent home early. Field reporter Andrea Forster with the full story on why the code of conduct is so important up here in SAC.
We're all familiar with the code of conduct and the consequences of breaking it. However, many delegates question some of these rules, especially the 3-to-2 ratio and, of course, the theory that there are no innocent bystanders.
Hi, I'm with Chief Justice John Gill, and wanted to ask you, have you ever considered breaking the code of conduct?
Actually, yes, I'll admit to this. Last year, when I was a junior in the program, I was really hungry one night, and I only had $5 on me. And the food for room service is way too expensive for $5 to cover anything. So I was thinking about going downstairs in the elevator past curfew, but I was advised not to, so went to bed hungry.
All right, thank you. I'm here with Westchester delegate Sarah Chisholm. Sarah, I wanted to ask you, have you ever considered breaking the code of conduct?
No, not really. I mean, it's come into my mind, but I haven't really seriously considered it because, you know, we're here in Sacramento and we're usually like too busy with other things, so I'm just, focusing on that.
But what compels some delegates to live dangerously and thus risk losing everything this program has to offer?
Well, I think the main reason why we have these rules is so that we can provide for all of our delegates and our participants health and safety needs. I think they were first presented by perhaps more adults. However, over time, we have a program committee that listens to input from all of the delegates, and they are the ones that can make the changes.
We have the rule of the code of conduct to protect the program and additionally to protect all the delegates in the program. Without rules and without regulations and boundaries, what would happen and what could happen is delegates could go beyond what we would think would be expected behavior.
Let's try and keep in mind the real reason why we're here. This is Andrea Forster. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Andrea, for that stunning report. On Wednesday night, elected and appointed officers came a day early to kick off the conference. Special guests Justice Connie Callahan of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals and Justice Art Scotland of the 3rd District Court of Appeals have been interviewed on the scene. Christina Davis has the inside story. Over to Christina.
On Wednesday, appointed and elected youth and government officers came to Sacramento to prepare for the arrival of the other YNG delegates. As leaders, they dined, conversed, and met with keynote speakers such as Justice Connie Callahan of the 9th District Court of Appeals and Art Scotland of the 3rd District Court of Appeals. Chaplain Steve Capizzi led the invocation.
Through this program, we have been given the opportunity to help one another in our efforts to lead without pride. Take advantage of the human resources sitting among you tonight, for together we can extract much more than was ever thought possible in our few days here at Sacramento. Thank you.
Justice Scotland emphasized the importance of the conduct of the leaders. It is imperative that we embrace our responsibility and use it to encourage fellow delegates to abide by the rules.
It's so exciting to see young people that are so enthusiastic and are so ready to contribute.
Officers were awarded gavels to signify their dedication and hard work to youth and government. After the dinner, I had the privilege of interviewing Mr. Scotland and Mrs. Callahan. Let's see what they had to say. What did you hope to accomplish by speaking to the leaders at the leadership dinner?
Well, my goal was to be responsive to the requests of me to primarily answer questions that the students had. I always find it to be very challenging and very interesting because the students ask some very sophisticated questions, very thoughtful questions.
How much do you think the leaders of youth and government influence the other delegates in the program?
It's always exciting for us to see because so often it's easy to maybe get skeptical and get discouraged, and when you're around young people that haven't done this before or just starting, they have so many new ideas.
Thank you very much. Back to you in the studio.